Hello everyone, welcome back to the Python programming series. In the previous lecture, we learned about object-oriented programming. In today's lecture, we will learn exception handling, which help us handle runtime errors without crashing our program. Let's get started. What is exception handling? Exception handling is a mechanism used to handle runtime errors in a program. Instead of stopping the program when an error occurs, exception handling allows us to display a meaningful message and continue the execution whenever possible. Why do we use exception handling? Prevents the program from crashing, handles unexpected errors, improves user experience, makes the program more reliable, helps in debugging. What is an exception? An exception is an error that occurs while the program is running. Some common exceptions are zero division error, value error, type error, index error, file not found error, key error. Example without exception handling. So let's do an example without exception handling. Num equal to int input enter a number. Print 100 slash num. Print program finished. If I enter here 0, Python tried to divide 100 by 0, which is mathematically impossible. So, so Python throws a zero division error and the program stops immediately. The last line print program finished never runs. The program just crashes. This is the problem. Without exception handling, one unexpected input can stop your entire program. So that's why exception handling is necessary. Example with exception handling. So let's do an example with exception handling. Try enter num int input, enter a number, print 100 by num, accept zero division error colon print you cannot divide by 0. Let's run this code. Enter a number. Now the risky code is placed inside the try block. If an error occurs, Python does not crash. Instead, it jumps to the accept block and runs that code instead. If I enter here 0, the zero division error is caught and we print you cannot divide by 0. The program handles it gracefully and continues. This is the basic structure of exception handling. Try for risky code and accept to catch the error. Try block. The try block contains the code that may generate an exception. Try print 10 by 0. If an error occurs inside the try block, Python immediately jumps to the matching except block. Except block. The except block is used to catch and handle exception. Try print 10 by 0. This is the example. So let's do this example. Try print 10/0 except 0 division error, except 0 division error, print division by 0 is not allowed. The try block contains the code that might cause an error. Here 10 by 0 will definitely cause a 0 division error. The moment that error occurs, Python immediately stops the try block and jumps to the matching except block. Except 0 division error, we are specifically catching only this type of error. This message is printed and the program continues normally after the except block. If we run this code, we get an output division by 0 is not allowed. So this is how try and except block works. Else block. The else block execute only if no exception occurs. So let's do an example of else block. Try num equal to int input, enter number, print 100 by num, except 0 division error, print cannot divide by 0, else print program executed successfully. The else block runs only when no exception occurs in try block. If I enter here 5, 5 and run it, then I get to 20.0 and program executed successfully as output. Here 20 is printed, then else runs and prints the success message. If I enter here 0, the error occurs except runs instead and else is skipped. Use else for code that should only run when everything in try works perfectly. So this is how else block works. Finally block. The finally block always executes whether an exception occurs or not. It is commonly used to release resources like closing files or database connections. So let's do an example of finally block. Finally block always executes whether an exception occurs or not. So let's do the example. Try print 10 by 0 except 0 division error, print error occurred, finally print execution completed. Let's run this code. We get error occurred and execution completed as output. The finally block always run whether an exception occurred or not. Here 10 by 0 causes an error, except run and prints error occurred. Then finally runs and prints execution completed. Even if no error occurred, finally would still run. Finally is mostly used for cleanup tasks like closing a file, disconnecting from a database, or releasing any resources. Thing that must happen no matter what. Complete syntax. Complete syntax. Let's write the complete syntax of it. First we use try. This is the full exception handling structure in Python. Try write the risky code here. Hashtag risky code. Except here we write exception type. Except handles the error if it occurs. So hash handle exception. Else runs only when no error occurs. Hash executes if no exception. No exception occurs. Finally always runs no matter what. Hash always executes. You do not need all for every time. The minimum is just try and accept. Add else and finally when you need them. And this is the complete syntax for exception handling. Handling multiple exception. Sometimes one piece of code may generate different types of exception. We can handle each exception separately. So let's do an example of handling multiple exceptions. First try number equal to int input enter number print 100 slash number exception except value error print please enter a valid integer. Except zero division error. Print division by zero is not allowed. Let's run this code. Here the same try block can produce two different errors. If I enter here hello, int hello falls in a value error. Here we get if I write here hello, we get please enter a valid integer and please enter a valid integer of value error. So we get an value error. The first except catches it. If I enter here 0, so division by 0 fails with a 0 division error. The second except catches it. Python checks each except block from top to bottom and runs the first one that matches the error. You can have as many except blocks as you need, one for each possible error type. Handling multiple exceptions in one block. If different exceptions need the same handling, they can be written together. So let's do an example of handling multiple exceptions in one block. Try value equal to int hello except value error type error colon print invalid operation. Let's run this code. We get output invalid operation. If two different exceptions need the same response, you can group them together inside a single except using round brackets, just like a tuple. Here both value error and type error will trigger the same message, invalid operation. Clean and simple. Now next topic, catching all exceptions. We can use a general except block to catch any exception. So let's do an example of catching all exceptions. Try print python slash 2 except print something went wrong. A plain except with no exception type catches any error that occurs. This is useful as a last resort, but use it carefully. When you catch all exception without knowing which one it is, you might accidentally hide real bugs in your code. If I run this code, we get something went wrong. Best practice. Always try to catch specific exceptions. Use a general except only when you have no other choice. Note: using a general except block not recommended unless absolute necessary because it hides the actual error. Exception as variable. We can store the exception message inside a variable. We can store the exception message inside a variable. So let's do an example of exception as variable. Try number equal to int hello except value error as e print e. We get output invalid literal for int with base 10 hello. Using as e stores the actual error message inside the variable e. Then we can print it to show the exact details of what went wrong. This is very useful during development. It tells you exactly what the error was, which helps you fix bugs faster. E is just a convention. You could write as error or as message, but E is the standard name everyone uses. Raising an exception. Sometimes we intentionally generate an exception using the raise keyword. Syntax: raise exception type error message. So let's do an example of raise keyword. Age equal to -5 if age less than 0, raise value error. Age cannot be negative. The rage keyword lets you intentionally generate an exception yourself. Here age is -5, which is not a valid age. We use page value error. Age cannot be negative to manually throw an error with a custom message. This is useful for data validation. When a user provides invalid input, instead of letting the program continue with wrong data, you raise an exception immediately. Let's run this code. We get an raise value error. Age cannot be negative. This is the example. Rage with try and accept. So let's do an example of rage with try and accept. Def set age if age less than 0, range value error. Age cannot be negative. Print age colon age try set age -10. Accept value error age e. Print e. Let's run this code. We get output age cannot be negative. Here we raise the exception inside a function. Inside the function set underscore age. The calling code wraps it in a try except to catch it gracefully. Set age -10. The function sees -10 less than 0. Raises value error. The accept block catches it and prints the message. This is the standard pattern in real projects. Functions validate data and raise exceptions. The calling code handles them. Now, error versus exceptions. Error. An error is usually caused by mistakes in the program syntax or structure. Example: syntax error, indentation error. Errors generally prevent the program from running. Exception. An exception occurs while the program is executing. Exception can be handled using exception handling. Examples: zero division error, value error, type error, index error, file not found error. Let me again explain the difference between error and exception. An error happens before or during startup, usually a mistake in your code structure, for example, a syntax error or an indentation error, when your spacing is wrong. These prevent the program from running at all. An exception happens while the program is already running. Cause an unexpected situation like dividing by zero, entering wrong input, or trying to open a missing file. The key difference: errors you fix in your code before running, exception you handle with try except while the program runs. Real life example. Suppose you are using an ATM. If you enter the wrong PIN, the ATM doesn't crash. Instead, it displays a message invalid PIN. Please try again. Similarly, exception handling prevents program from crashing and displays meaningful message instead. Best practices. Catch specific exception whenever possible. Avoid using a general except block unless necessary. Use finally to release resources. Use RAID when invalid data should not be accepted. Write meaningful error messages for users. Summary. Today we learned what is exception handling, why exception handling is needed, what is an exception, try block, except block, else block, finally block, complete syntax, handling multiple exceptions, catching all exceptions, except edge, rage keyword, errors versus exceptions, real life example, best practices. Exception handling is an essential part of Python programming because it makes applications more reliable, user friendly, and capable of handling unexpected situations without crashing. This is it for the today's lecture.